Say have fun in your podcast.
Fun in your podcast.
Say I love you.
I love you.
Chambea, hola, cabrón, ya no te quedan balas. Chambea, hola, cabrón, ya no te quedan balas. Yo siempre picheo, enrolo otra vez. Siempre picheo, enrolo otra vez. Siempre picheo, enrolo otra vez. Yo siempre picheo. Dímelo, parcero. Siempre con la seti no somos salseros. Ya usan solteros. Dijo que de bala va a haber aguacero. Usanos como tú, yo no los tolero. Cabrón, tú eres chata, tú eres reportero. Yeah, yeah. Yo no soy Don Omar, pero soy bandolero. Por eso solo creo en Dios, y en mi 4-0. Yeah. Picante, picante como un habanero. Si tú tienes la llave, yo tengo el llavero. Chambea, hola, cabrón, ya no te quedan balas. Chambea, hola, cabrón, ya no te quedan balas. Yo siempre picheo.
Hey, everybody out there. It's the Negro Rocker Podcast coming at you. I-70 Connect. I'm one half of that. The KC store. Got my homeboy up in Topeka. 30 pieces of AG. What's going on, homeboy?
What's going on, man? Everything is good. I'm back, getting playing minutes. You know what I'm saying? Told Joe Jeff to go sit on the bench and warm it up for me. But I appreciate him standing in for me in the meantime. Did catch an injury. Got a hammy, got a calf, and a back muscle that got pulled. Nah, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah. Nigga, you just out of shape, motherfucker. That's all it is, motherfucker. You like motherfucking Sean Kemp after the motherfucking strike and then came back 40 pounds overweight and shit. Anyway, and we also got on here, we got B on. What's going on, man? Not a newcomer, back again. I think the last episode everybody heard you and you and Frank discussing some of the new albums that were coming out.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for having me on the show again. It's always a pleasure shooting the shit with you guys.
Oh yeah, thanks for giving us your time, man.
Yeah, and just to clarify, I try to do it on the last episode we post. It really wasn't like an in-depth analysis of any album in particular. Just I don't know if you
don't be trying to cop no pleas to your bias, bro. We just let it ride, bro. Let it ride. Let that bias ride.
No, because I'm not a good music critiquer. I'm not a good critiquer of music. You know what I mean? Because it really depends on the mood or vibe that I'm feeling at the time, and sometimes we don't even know. And me and Bryan, we talk about that shit all the time. Just listening to different samples of music, just kind of see, does it hit with us or it doesn't hit with us, and sometimes we like shit and we don't really know why we like shit. So,
yeah, I think there's a mood and a time and place for all. It's like I'm not a big Migos fan, but if I'm fucking about to head out or if I'm washing my car, I'm fucking walking like I talk come on, I ain't about to turn it. You know what I'm saying? So everything got a mood and a place.
Yeah. So I just, I'm pretty sure we're going to get in one day. We're going to do like full album reviews, be real critical of them, talk about the bars, the cadence, the lyrics, the sound. The four bars you dedicated to your son that you ain't never you seen one time, nigga. And listen. I didn't grow up with a father. I'm a father now. And mistakes are made, but only you're right. And
but your dad ain't dropping no hip hop albums though, is it?
Yeah.
Your dad don't have a means and a way to see a young Frank Jizzle. This man's a fucking multi-millionaire, and he got away. Mm-hmm. He traveled. We know he got the private jet.
Yeah.
So it's a little different.
I think we'll see how his relationship develops.
Yeah, I don't care either way. I'm just like,
but you're right though. But you're right though.
Well, it's not that
we gotta hold each other accountable about that shit. And if he's gonna, do the bling hotline bling bling or whatever the fuck God's plan, you know, and because we clown Future a lot. People in general clown Future for not, quote unquote, not taking care of his kids or whatever. And Russell Russell.
Well, they for the most part talk about the one kid he has with Sierra, but the nigga got other kids too that's been documented that he does a decent job of taking care of.
Yeah, and we'll see how it plays out. I mean, only time is only going to tell, and you know, and I guess I'm a reserve judgment because, you know,
judgment for what? You can judge a nigga based off past what he's done right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if he steps up and does his fatherly job, you know, going forward, then I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna forget it. Still gonna listen to his music. I'm not gonna forget it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, you gotta. He has to understand that there's a, you know, you have to build that relationship, though. You know,
bruh. If we morally judged all entertainers, athletes, nigga, we would never watch anything. If we only watch them or entertained by them based on if they were good morally or a good person, nigga, we would music would be very boring.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay, and I think Rod's been talking about this a lot. It's okay just to say I like the nigga's music. He's a deadbeat dad. That ain't got shit to do with why I like his music.
True. I mean, and I guess I could go with that. I could ride with that. You know.
I mean, it's still niggas out here listening to R. Kelly in motherfucking 2018.
Yeah. I guess I could reconcile it to that because I can separate the two things. I'm listening to the music, but I also think he's a shit deadbeat dad.
Yeah, it ain't like he your homeboy, he your fam, and you can hold him accountable. It'd be like everybody was like, "That's your nigga Raj," and I wasn't taking care of none of my kids, wasn't doing shit for him. They be like, "What kind of nigga you? This is your man, $100,000." And this nigga dead beating no motherfucker.
Yeah.
That'd be a little different.
That's true.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, man, we've been listening. We did that last episode. Me and my brother would listen to different type of music or whatnot, and then yes, the Drake album release. And no, we're not gonna. I don't want to really spend a lot of time on that.
I don't want to talk about Drake. Drake, that's fine. We got Brian. Of course, you got Trump. That's about it. Brian and Trump, nigga.
I mean, I guess we could talk about the LeBron James. I'm not gonna look up a lot of the details because I don't want to be influenced by them. But what was your initial reaction when you saw and this is to Winston, and I guess I'll get back to you, Brian, on it. What was your initial reaction when you saw that come down on your banner on your phone that he had signed?
But it wasn't no big secret that they was about to go after this nigga, dog. But my thing, and then we talked about it, and then we see that what's old boy from Indiana? He coming, Lance, and then did they get McGahee from whatever from Golden State, and then there's some. I mean, it's all TMZ talk. Ain't no sports talk. Ain't no contract. They talking about Anthony Davis then bought a new crib. 60 minutes from the Staples Center. That may or may not mean anything for real. But like we talked about for me though, yeah, nigga, they gonna have to do a little bit more, dog. If they try and beat Golden State. Cause the thing is, all them niggas contract Golden State, all them niggas, the core, most of their contracts up after this year. So them niggas gonna be out there balling for that money. So the thing is, like, yeah, they might send Brian home, but it ain't gonna be in the finals, nigga. It might be in the second round. Them niggas going to the house. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say. Is like I wasn't surprised by it, but it's like we will see what else they add and then some motherfuckers out there laughing at niggas talking about and I ain't a big NBA fan, but it kills me like. Niggas wasn't no motherfucking Bulls fans. Y'all was Michael Jordan fans. Now y'all try to clown niggas because they LeBron fans. Now they riding with LA. Niggas, y'all probably couldn't name a motherfucker who played on the Bulls before Michael came there. Right. So it's just like leave niggas alone, leave people alone, let them party and have a good time, dog, and just enjoy what the season's gonna come. It's gonna be some big fun out in the West, bro.
Yeah, So what about you, Brian? What were your initial reactions to the banner? Don't tell me. Don't talk about what you read. Don't talk about what you read today. Don't talk about.
Fuck, man, let me talk, bro.
I just want to know what your initial reaction was, dog.
I was shocked, bro. I was like Drake said. I was very upset, dog. I'm upset when I saw that shit. It was disgusting news to me, man. I guess kudos to the Lakers. I'm not hating on the Lakers, man, but I was just like, here we go again. And I never thought that he would go to the West Coast, first of all, just because it's a easy road to the finals in the East.
Yeah,
but
that's the one thing I am surprised about, though, for sure. Like this nigga didn't really made it harder for him to continue that fucking tradition to get into the fucking finals every year.
I wish I could press fast forward and see what the Lakers are gonna do for this season in regards to like what else they're gonna do to suit LeBron. But I heard about maybe Kemba Walker coming over.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that Los Angeles is a nice city to live in outside of basketball, but it's a nice, attractive area, and LeBron just got in, so next year's free agency is so big that I'm not going to be surprised if a lot of the players are influenced to come join LeBron. So that's why I was upset. I was disgusted.
Yeah, but but the little thing I didn't say though, you know who I am getting ready for, nigga? My nigga LeVar Ball, dog. That nigga gonna be on 10,000. I can't wait, bro.
He might get traded. They from what I hear.
Not talking about. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
From what I hear, they might be trying to add Kemba Walker to the roster this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If who's the dad? LeVar is the daddy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if his son get traded, dog, that nigga gonna be so hyped, dog. That's why I'm saying, dog. Like either way it go, if he get traded, that nigga gonna be clowning. If he stay and his son ain't doing what LeBron want him to do, and LeBron start talking to that nigga real crazy, he gonna be loud as shit too. I'm here for the comedy, dog. It's gonna be good, I think.
I think that the Lakers have something up their sleeve because I don't think they would want to roll into the season with Lance Stevenson.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, they're gonna make one more move at least. You
got to because I think the Lance Stevenson thing, I think that's more of a thing as a counterbalance for them. They're looking towards the playoffs and a counterbalance for Draymond and his motherfucking antics. That's what I think.
But the biggest signing was still KD.
Yeah. That's the that's the motherfucker right there, dog. Like, there ain't no answer for that nigga out there. I'm sorry.
And like, I don't even consider KD really a snake anymore based off what LeBron just did yesterday. Again. Changing jerseys again.
I don't think it's about snake. Ain't no long time loyalty like it used to be. It is what it is.
But a lot of people are saying that maybe Klay Thompson would join the Lakers. I don't think that would ever happen. I think you're gonna see what loyalty is really about with that Golden State Warriors staying together, and they're gonna be the ones that are compared to those Bulls from the '90s.
Yeah, but wasn't nobody on the Bulls besides MJ and Pippen that can really demand any motherfucking money the way these three niggas can, and plus the way the market's set up for niggas to get these big ass checks. So
I think Klay Thompson would take the less money. He don't even really care about the shoes. He didn't take.
I think that's what I don't even care about the shoes, dog. But like a motherfucker is gonna want one last big ass payday, especially if I'm leaving somewhere and I got 3 motherfucking rings.
Maybe Draymond would leave.
Oh, Draymond already said if they don't give me max dollars, nigga, we'll see. He's already said that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess it's always good to get perspective on how people feel about initially, because as the more details come out, things are going to start falling into place and things are going to start taking shape. But initially, I couldn't help but be happy for him. I couldn't help but be happy for him for two reasons. One is because he's finally picked a place where ultimately he can end his career. You know what I mean? And then two, I love the fact that he did it. Like, I think was that the first day of free agency that he did it right then and there. He didn't give Dan Gilbert an opportunity and his team to even persuade him, and he just left him high and dry because he left via free agency, so there are no protected picks in this deal. You know what I'm saying? There was no trade. So, and I know a lot of people clown him for coming back to Cleveland and shit initially, but now that he left, he delivered a championship for Cleveland, but now he's leaving Dan Gilbert with nothing to recoup from. You know what I'm saying? So I like that deal. Initially, I think I know I'm probably going to get fucking roasted on here, but initially I think this is and then just looking at the numbers, this is a business move, and this is a savvy business move for him because I'm pretty sure he could. I'm pretty sure he could do like the 1-and-1 deal for like the remainder of his contract, but he got guaranteed 154 for 4 years. By the end of the contract, he'll be going on 38 years old, and he's not gonna get. I don't think at 38 they're gonna pay him $40 million.
Well, right, but that's the same. That's the same reason why he's doing for the 4 years too, though. And also, ain't nobody out there but LA who had the cap space that could afford this nigga. Yeah. So I don't know if it's so much as savvy in business, but it's like the most money for a team that can also possibly give me some pieces so we can make a decent playoff run. Because like I said to you in our chat group, you'd be a fool to think this nigga don't want rings, dog. If you want to be, he wants to be considered in like the GOAT talk. He has to get at least 2 more rings because it's like that last final series. That to me, it's like I still think he's a great player, but he did something that, like, if you want to talk about GOATs, greatest of all time, all this shit like that, like MJ would never do. That nigga just gave up, dog. That nigga had 18 points that last game.
I don't know. I didn't see it. So
yeah, that nigga really just gave up. And I get it. He was gonna lose anyway. But if you want to be considered the greatest of all time, you just can't be out there on the court, obviously looking like you just gave up. Obviously looking like you contemplating your next move for the next season.
So okay? So with that being said, is he not in the conversation right now? Then
I think he's gonna be in the conversation always. But I'm saying people who used to debate it lost a lot of serious like weight and steps to throw him in there because all you gotta do is show that nigga in that last game, be like, what GOAT does this?
Okay, because
hey, you know that KD only left OKC because they didn't want to get rid of Russell Westbrook, so he took himself out of the situation.
Look, right, but KD also though, but he knew that he wasn't going to be able to beat Golden State, so I might as well join if I can't beat him type deal also.
Yeah,
but what LeBron does is different.
Is it different? Why is it different?
Because
he left a team that he left an organization.
Because I don't think OKC ever put KD on that pedestal like that. All right, look, this is what you want. We'll make it happen for you.
Yeah, but KD ain't never got them niggas to the finals.
1 year.
He lost
the only time to the Heat.
Oh, my bad. Yeah,
and KD didn't show out. Because remember, he got a lot of heat from...
But LeBron never did anything in the finals when he got there by himself as a Cavalier.
When he drugged all the niggas, he didn't have no motherfucking Westbrook with him.
Yeah, he didn't have anybody.
His first year, dog, he had some track. Nigga, come on, dog.
And he was playing the Spurs.
He had me, your brother.
But you guys are saying nobody ever thought Russell Westbrook was going to be great. You say that now because you saw he got the MVP.
No, but
nobody ever thought James Harden was going to be that great.
Right, but by the time KD made it to the finals, Russell Westbrook was already Russell Westbrook. It wasn't like rookie Russell Westbrook. He was like, what, 5 years in already, 6 years in. We already knew what Russell Westbrook was. But even then, KD couldn't do shit, and that's why he got hit up by the local media, like, because they called him Mr. Unreliable.
Basically, KD had to go to a team where he didn't have to be the man, so he could be the man.
Yeah,
I think he can't deal with. I mean, if you look at it, maybe just overanalyzing, but in the situations where he had to be the man with nobody else, that nigga faltered. But when he on a team where he know he can go out there and he ain't got to be the man, that nigga balls up. Golden State Warriors, he ain't got to be the man. But
that's
all that pressure's off of him.
That's true because, like, and
but
I'll
he was
attest to
the
this.
Man
I don't
in these past finals.
I don't
right,
really.
Where in these last finals?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He's in a situation where the pressure's off of him because he ain't got to be the man, so it's easier for him to be the man. It ain't on him.
Yeah, yeah. See, he didn't show out. He didn't show out in the semi.
I don't think it's the same because KD's not running anybody out of the team where LeBron ran Kyrie Irving out of the team.
Oh no, I agree.
LeBron is.
I agree. I agree
messy,
on that part.
Bro.
LeBron, the team that they got, a lot of that is on LeBron. The shitty team that they got, and not look because like all his teams are built around. We got to win the finals today, and not built for the future. Whereas Golden State, I mean, niggas act like they this super team, but like you just said with Westbrook and Harden, nobody thought that motherfucking Curry was gonna be that nigga. Draymond for sure, nobody thought he was gonna be who he is. And motherfucking Klay Thompson, nobody knew who that nigga was when they got drafted. You know what I'm saying? So they, even though niggas shield them, say they a super team, when you talk about a team that built for the future, shit, that's a team that built for the future because they three core niggas, nobody thought they was gonna be who they are today. Yeah. Everybody said Curry got a nice jump shot, but they didn't think he was gonna be a nigga to revolutionize the game the way he does. Nobody thought that. And Draymond had what? He had like 130-point game in the motherfucking NCAA tournament.
You said Curry revolutionizes the game?
Yeah, the way go because you don't play pickup ball. Go to a pickup run, dog. Everybody like back when everybody wanted to be MJ, tongue out, doing reverse layups and all this other kind of crazy shit. Now all these little niggas want to do dribble, crossover, step back three, dog.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying, dog. That's when you miss a lot of
Frank don't play basketball, man. He don't know, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you see it on college stuff like that, but if you really like to really get up, just go watch a pickup run, and you can see how the stars are influencing the game at that basic level. Yeah. That basic level, dog. Like before KD, before Steph Curry,
and how many other? No, that's fine. And how many of them are? I'm not trying to criticize that, but like you see that most often. Like how do you see that game? How do you see their game? Like the rec leagues, like the rec balls.
What do you think of those games? Curry took Ray Allen to another level. Like, do you not see how many threes that man makes?
Yeah,
it's not even close, bro. Like the the person that's second on the record list. To Curry, it's like by 100.
It used to be 10 years ago. You go to a pickup run, everybody wanted a decent big nigga to get rebounds. You can run a high-low game, run the game through the post. Now niggas, you go to a pickup run, dog. Nigga, they want like shooting guards and fucking small forwards, dog. They're just gonna try to run niggas out the gym. That's it. And it just changes the game. And I don't know, but you also see it now with even like big men. Like KD, Anthony Davis type these hybrids where back in like 10 years ago, niggas would have tried to put KD in the paint, in the post. They would try to put Anthony Davis. He is a center, but that nigga got a nice mid-range jump shot and he can take you off the dribble. He got a nice little first step. So that just changes the game. You got to have a big man that can run, that can get out of the paint, that can spread the floor. That way your shooting guards and these little smaller power these forwards can have lanes to cut through. Because in the past, as the big man's in the paint, when nobody driving through the middle. We don't do the Bulls had that triangle. Because we ain't gonna drive through the middle, we're gonna run the triangle.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like that's where I think the mid-range jump shot for a big man or quote unquote big man is key. And we talked about that before.
Oh yeah, like even with my daughter, I mean, say big players. Like she plays a power forward. Sometimes she plays the 5 because she's strong, and that's the one thing we worked on in the offseason was her mid-range jump shot. Because you got a good mid-range jump shot, you can pump fake, and you can get around. You can get around a bigger, slower player. Because now they got to play you tight because you got that mid-range jump shot. Where if you ain't got no mid-range jump shot, they can just sag off and wait in the center, and then play the backside, help out and all that shit. But with that mid-range jump shot is like still remains one of the most underrated shots in the game, bro.
Nah, yeah, you brought that up to the forefront with me because I never really thought about that. I always thought like, big man just bang it out, develop that little hook jump shot or that, spin move and just, get closer to the but that mid range. But you know where we noticed it the most though? When LeBron was in Miami and they had Chris Bosh, they had him play outside the paint.
Top of the key jumper he had, bro. But what that does is that makes your fucking center and your power forward have to come up and get out of the paint, and that way niggas can drive and cut.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess for me it's like, I mean, if Curry revolutionizes the game, I don't know if we're gonna see another Curry though, as far as like efficiency is concerned. You know what I mean? Because I think with him, he's got all that package. He's got the handles, he's got the dribble, he got the moves, the speed,
and that's something he developed over time though. Because when he was at Dayton, that nigga was just coming off screens throwing the threes, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But they knew what they had though. It was like they run that nigga off of 3 screens, curl up high tight, and launch a 3, and that's where he was ahead at a lot of shooting guards, point guards, whatever you want to call them. Whereas that quick release, like where that nigga's catching the ball, he's already coming off the floor to shoot as he's coming off that curl. Where you see a lot of point guards, a lot of shooting guards, they come off the curl, catch the ball, square up, then shoot.
Right.
I guess it helps. I guess it helps when you got Klay Thompson on the other side too.
But hold on. But Klay Thompson is not as efficient as he is, though.
No. His 3-point percentage is higher than Curry at 44%.
No. I'm just saying before he got into the league at Dayton. That's what he came into the league already having that quick ass release, and also helps to have your daddy be a nigga that was known as being an assassin in the house too. So that helps too.
Yeah.
So Klay's a beast though. Yeah, Klay is slept on, dog. Klay's a beast.
And then Kevin Durant is top 25 on the list, so they got 3 top 25 3-point shooters.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying that the Lakers ain't getting to the finals this year, so I don't even know. Yeah.
Wait, what did you say that?
The Lakers are not getting to the finals. Oh, you talking about your brother? Go ahead.
You said Klay Thompson? Yeah, Klay Thompson his percentage is higher.
Brian usually has his shit in order when he says his stuff, so I don't know why you doubted him.
Yeah, but Curry's
and I think
he's ranked
the Lakers
number 13,
really messed up by not getting Paul George, man. He shows interest in the team, bro. Come on, bro. You got to get him, man.
And actually, no. Stephen Curry's field goal percentage is higher.
Field goal, 3-point.
Well, it's the 3-pointer. I mean, the 3-pointer page they still call it field goal. An adjusted field goal. Klay Thompson's is.
They're both high over 40%.
Well, yeah, they're 50. Like Klay Thompson's 58.5%, and Stephen Curry his adjusted is 61.8. I mean, fucking. Small, like one more 3-pointer, and he probably tied. But yeah, but even here on this, like the 3-point field goal percentage leaders,
and James Harden is ridiculous with it. He almost attempted. He attempted over 700 threes though, and only made 265.
Yeah.
Stephen Curry only shot up 501 and made 212 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, the Splash Brothers, bro.
Yeah, Splash. You're right.
And they add KD. That's the best team today.
Because KD made this list, and he shot 413, made 173, shooting 58.6. Shit. That's 3 beasts right there. And then occasionally, Draymond Green will get you 1 or 2. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like the move.
And you know they had an unhealthy Iguodala.
Yep.
Yeah, but Iguodala could just sit on the bench, and he could just come in and show up in the finals. It's all right. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but that's.
I don't know why LeBron didn't just join the Rockets, bro. That would have made more sense, bro.
They may not have had the cap space.
Although they had the money, they would have had to trade too many niggas away.
I think Chris Paul would have took less. They're friends. They would have took what it took.
Yeah, but again, though, that's what I'm trying to tell you is like they're okay. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe, but like now, LeBron for the last 3 years, he was doing a 1-1, and basically being a free agent every year after every season. But this year he's 33 right now. He's 33 right now. So when this contract kicks in, which will kick in at the beginning of the season, in the middle of the season, he's going to turn 34. By the time this contract ends, he's gonna be making 38.5 at 37 years old, 38 years old. No other team is going to give you outside of 35. No one's going to give you that amount of money for 1 year. If we did with Wade, the Miami Heat did it with Wade. They did a 2-year, $58 million, $30 million the first year. The second season, it was a player option at $28 million. And he was what, 32, 33? They're not going to do that. That's why
that was wrong. That's why the Miami Heat haven't recovered.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. They're like, no other team's going to do that. Even if they like, cause fuck. Even if the teams had the cap space, everybody's going to covet LeBron James. But financially, like we always talk about this shit too, financially it doesn't make any sense.
And then also all the pieces they would have to give up to make it a viable playoff finals run would be too much. And
look at the Spurs right now. The Spurs are asking for everything in the world for Kawhi Leonard. They asked for 3 first-round picks.
That nigga saying, I'm still sitting there and I ain't playing, nigga. I don't want to be here.
And I like his tactic because he's making it really difficult for the Spurs to kind of, negotiate. Because like the Lakers are like, yo, we're okay. We already sold on LeBron. He's getting his $40 million a year. We could sit for one, LeBron James could basically play all the home games and sit down all the away games, and they'll be okay with it because it'll be for next year. They could get Kawhi Leonard for a free agency. They could get, I think Westbrook can even fucking opt out next year.
But the issue with LeBron James, though, when you get LeBron James, is the expectation of the fan base. So if this nigga goes out, if these niggas don't make at least the playoffs this first year, niggas gonna be upset, bro.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not it's he should be able to go there because they got a lot of young talent. Get all these niggas on board, get everybody to jail, and then they add like one final piece to next year, whether it's a Kawhi or whatever. But the thing is, the expectation of the Laker fan base and of people who are fans of LeBron is that this nigga, if he don't make it to the playoffs, dog, it's a bad year. It's a bust year.
And I think okay. So here's where we'll go more in depth about this shit is
Hey, but let's not turn this episode into a whole LeBron James episode.
And then you think that LeBron had it hard when he went to Miami, where everybody had his target on his back. I feel like it's gonna be even worse now. And he's older.
But he's gone to two organizations that can shield him from that. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the Heat, they were able to shield him from that for the most part. And so did the Lakers. The Lakers are a big popular brand, and they're going to be able to shield them from that. You know what I mean?
Shield them.
In other words, it's going to be like,
bro, you could double team LeBron. Who's he going to throw the ball to?
Kuzma's still there.
Well, he had Dwayne Wade in Miami. He had Chris Bosh. He had Ray Allen.
LeBron James, we don't give him a lot of credit, but his basketball IQ is really high, though, and he knows where he'll make the right play. Whether we don't agree with it or not, he'll make the right pass.
I'm talking about the supporting cast.
Well, they're all going to be supporting cast regardless. It's just going to be how they all gel together. I mean, he had to trust J.R. Smith. He had to trust everybody else in the Cavs. How many other cast players do you know besides J.R. Smith and Love?
They have Tristan Thompson, the crybaby.
You think he trusts Tristan Thompson? Yes, he trusts.
He
him.
vouched for him.
Yeah,
to get his money.
because he signed. He's part of his agency. But yeah, he still trusts them. Ultimately he will still trust the
I don't
LeBron
give a damn
James
about
is
trust.
LeBron James is gonna make the right pass.
It doesn't matter about trust. The supporting cast is horrible in regards to skills. You're telling me that he can feed Kuzma, bro? That's a sophomore, bro.
Or he could well, he was gonna play with Ben Simmons if he went to the Sixers. He would have to feed him. Or
that man's like a junior, bro.
Okay. No. Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, he's gonna.
In Miami, LeBron could kick it out to Wade. He could kick it out to Bosh. He had Ray Allen. I don't see those options.
It's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be the same thing you saw in the finals last year. Unless there's some considerable improvement. Exactly. I mean, not the Lakers with Cleveland also, where it is you kick it out and niggas missing open threes.
I don't doubt LeBron. That's not the.
Sounds like you are.
That's not what that question. I'm questioning the supporting cast around him.
Right, but that's up to the organization to put that together.
Right,
they already got the central piece already.
But in the past, though, that's been a lot of LeBron making those decisions.
Lance Stevenson,
yeah. Hey, Magic Johnson ain't about to let this nigga come in here and just make all the choices, nigga.
That's what I'm saying, though. When he went to the Heat is an organization that sits back and let us do their job. Let us do the job. Mm-hmm. And that's what the Heat was doing. And the Heat to this day, they're an organization that you have to trust. And that's why LeBron James, when he left, he realized like his boys weren't getting all the not accolade, but all the recognition. They weren't getting all the access to like they had in Cleveland and whatnot. When you go to the Lakers, they already have people doing their job at the highest level. So you're not going to come in and disrupt that anymore. And we've seen that already happen. Like you could get away with that shit in Cleveland because, well, first of all, Dan Gilbert fucked up and he had to, basically give up the house. When you go to the Lakers, you're not gonna. LeBron James, as a big as star as he is, he can't impose his authority. You know what I mean? Because just like how you were saying, this is not the Kings Lakers right now. This is Kobe, Magic, Irving's Lakers. They're even Pat Riley's Lakers.
Shit, Kareem, all them niggas. Even though Kareem don't fuck with them because they be casting shade on that nigga like he ain't one of the best players ever played the game. Right. But
right, but that's what I'm saying. Like you're not gonna go into that and will impose your authority on them. Especially with Jeannie Buss. Jeannie Buss had fucking Phil Jackson. She was able to maintain a relationship with Phil Jackson when he was a coach, and she was the front office personnel owner, whatever the fuck. So
I could say
you ain't about to come in and say
if you're the Lakers, who are you trying to target to finish putting together your championship run team?
I think they're gonna go after Anthony Davis and Boogie Cousins. And I think
Boogie Cousins is not even expected to play half the season, guaranteed.
And the way Kemba Walker has come out and said openly
they need to go ahead and get Kawhi, bro. He's already showed interest. You need to trade those young pieces, bro.
But they already said Kuzma's not going anywhere. And that's the only valuable piece they have right now as far as youngsters. Because you'll trade away Ball, but Kuzma they're gonna stick with him because he's already shown his potential.
I don't really understand why they would let go of Ball. I mean, that's your first round pick. Now you're showing more favoritism to a second round pick.
But Kuzma showed out more than Ball did.
Yep.
And then you got to look at the salary cap. People like if a team is gonna let go of a high dollar contract, They're gonna want a lower dollar contract or a high pick, whichever one, so that way they could have either one, they could have a protected pick, and then two, they could have more cap space. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, but to say, look, you have Kemba Walker that's saying that he'll want to go. I was really surprised that PG ended up staying in Oklahoma and didn't delay the decision a little bit further.
Honestly, Oklahoma City's better than the Lakers right now.
They might be, but
and they have a solid starting five.
So here's the question, and this is a yes or no, and I posed it already before. So yes or no, Winston, are the Lakers contenders?
No.
For what?
Okay,
for
so
a playoff.
No.
I've already said they're not going to make the finals, dog.
Okay, so
I mean, I don't understand what you want me to say.
So they're not contenders, Brian.
No, nigga, who they? Dog.
I'm just it's just a yes or no.
They can't.
That's all it is.
As they stand right now, they can't beat Houston if Chris Paul's healthy, and they sure the fuck ain't beating Golden State, bro.
Look, I get it. It was just a yes or no, dog. Like,
I know, but you look like shocked. Like what?
No, I'm not.
So I wanted to explain why that I think this.
All right, so that's a no. Lakers are not a contender this year, this coming season. Brian, are the Lakers a contender?
The president of Mexico and also
shit, hold on.
Yeah, that's perfect. We can move on, dog. How about this nigga now?
All right, right now he's. Should I play this?
I mean, bro, look, I'm looking at Kuzma's numbers, but I also understand they didn't even have a star like LeBron on the team. He's gonna get those looks.
Hold on. Once this thing plays.
I mean, they're decent numbers, but don't tell me that this man, Kuzma, is not an asset you can't get rid of, bro. Come on.
But the Lakers already came out and said that they're not going to. He's off the books for
if you ain't willing to get rid of him for Kawhi, I don't know what's going on then.
Maybe they got something else working though. Who knows?
Because the way I see it, Lonzo Ball is a nice point guard, bro.
But is he a point guard? I thought he was a shooting guard.
He's decent.
He averaged over 7 assists per game, almost 7 rebounds per game.
All right, hold on. Here we go. We got 45.
We will be doing something. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Right now, he's meeting with the Dutch minister, prime minister.
Man, fuck that dude, man.
Thank you.
Hey, turn that shit down, bro. That was fuck.
All right. He's your president.
Nah, that's your president, dog.
I didn't vote for him, so I'm good. I'm okay with it.
Well, no, the thing is, he is our president, dog. So, and I like I said, we used to joke about it, and I just said, no, I say he's the president, and I want motherfuckers to remember, dog. I don't want nobody motherfucking hiding.
we're gonna be calling receipts.
Yeah, dog, but yeah, we fucked though, dog. And niggas, and Hillary Clinton told niggas the reason why this election is so important is because there's gonna be at least 2 to 3 Supreme Court seats up.
Yeah.
She told you niggas. She told niggas that. And everybody like, ha ha ha, she crooked. She the same as this nigga. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers, you got motherfuckers trying to cross the border, can't see their kids and shit. They're gonna be detained indefinitely forever. Who the fuck knows? So yeah, man. Yeah. Bravo, everybody.
All right. So let's
I know that the Phoenix Suns signed a Trevor Ariza for $15 million. That sounds like a better player that the Lakers should have acquired over someone like Caldwell Pope.
But they were not willing to give it. They're not willing to give that, man. To the Lakers probably weren't willing to.
They gave Caldwell Pope $13 million.
But Ariza's like he's got what, like half a season left.
Y'all won't call me back when y'all done.
For real, not like.
And then the Lakers still got the guy from the development league, Andre Ingram, bro. Nah, I'm just kidding though.
Yeah, we done with sports now. Good on you, LeBron. Go ahead and get all this money, bro. I can't wait for the color schemes to come out. So I'm probably gonna buy me a white jersey that says LeBron James.
Yeah.
And buy your shoes.
But it's okay. When women are back to getting abortions in the fucking alleys with fucking coat hangers, you understand then what's about to happen.
All right, so I guess let's go with current events though. So I mean, before we do that, do we have anything check in? What's been going on with you, Winston? Anything?
Shit. I don't want to say too much. You already know
that's fine. That's fine. You don't have to.
Well, fuck it, dog. If people listen, they listen. So let's
not do it.
I don't give a fuck. Been interviewing for this new gig, and I think what's gonna come down to is the money for the most part. Because I firmly believe if you want me to leave a place where I have seniority and comfort, you're gonna compensate me. So it's ain't no like they gave their initial offer, which is probably like like 10,000 less than what I thought, and I gave my counter offer, and hopefully we meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, that's always good. It's always good to counter. That way you know, if you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you always fall back to whatever the initial offer is.
Yeah, but like I said, this morning I went because I went for the initial interview, and then I went back this morning because they wanted me to meet with some of the team members, and this is like just if you're listening out there, anybody. Just always be courteous and kind to the people you work with because you never know. I didn't know that, because electrophysiology is a small world, so we all use the same vendors as far as our supply chain and whatnot. So it's like just people I shoot the shit with every day, ask about their kids, I don't think nothing about it, and they also supply shit for this other place I want to go work at, and they been like, hey man, you get Roger, you getting a good worker, And that's some shit I just try to be nice to people because everybody, I don't know what everybody's going through, but just a reminder to like, hey, be kind to everybody because you never know. Me being nice to the one guy who supplies our fucking catheters might be the reason why I get $10,000 more this year.
Yeah, that's really important because especially nowadays, like everybody's trying to get the upper hand and be the competitive, have a competitive edge and that's what I try to do with the people that I deal with outside of work, as far as like the vendors is concerned. I try to be accommodating to them. I mean, I could actually have all the authority to will my authority on them or what, impose my authority on them and whatnot. But at the same time, like I'm gonna be talking to this vendor for probably more than one time, and we're gonna be dealing with each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like might as well have that amicable relationship. You know what I mean? We don't have to love each other, but just be amicable about it. And like occasionally, like I'll get emails from them and I'll forward it to my supervisors about that shit. But you're right. You really don't know, especially when you're in a work setting or whatnot. You want to be able to. You want to stay professional. I know that's sometimes a little bit more difficult than it's easier said than done. But you have to stay professional.
I think the professional should go without saying. I mean, you're in a workplace, but also sometimes you got to, like an EP, there are times where you are in these cases, dog, and I'm sitting next to this person who's doing the mapping, who's a representative from the mapping system that we're using for anywhere from 2 sometimes, 5 hours, bro, with little breaks here and there. So sometimes you gotta shoot the shit. You gotta talk about their kids. You gotta talk about your kids. Talk about what you got going on, like what you plan on doing with your days off and shit like that, man. And not only that, not just talking to pass the time, but making a little mental mark and remembering. Hey man, how'd your son do? You said it was his first baseball game coming up this spring. How'd he do his first game? Just little shit like that, man, goes a long, long way.
Right.
And it doesn't do anything unless that's the person you're sitting to. They're just a fucking known racist and they gonna just say some crazy shit. Then of course, because now if they just saying crazy shit, they're not professional. So I'm gonna do them a common courtesy. How you doing? All right. Yeah. You got the map? Okay. Bam, bam, bam. Here we go. Let's do this case. And I'm gonna go about my business. But most people are decent. Most people want to come do their job. So it don't really hurt me just to, and I see that with some of the people I work with who need so much for it to be their way. Need so much for it to be. I've been here. I've been doing this. And the thing is, the same vendors who were like, yeah, that guy's a good guy. There's another person who wants to come over to this hospital too. And they'd be kind of like, yeah, this person can make the workday a little difficult. Yeah, that person's smart, they're knowledgeable, but they can be a pain in the ass to work with sometimes. And they can fuck with the dynamic of a team. So you got to really be careful, man. People are watching, and you never know who's going to be the person to help give you that step up on the competition.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you always wanna like, you want to look at whatever advantage you could have, and in this case, it's a relationship that is directly involved in your profession, but you're not directly talking about your profession, and that right. plays a part, because that brings you back down to that human element, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of times that's what employees want to see. And especially in the day of social media, like, people want to know how you are. If you're going to be criticized on what you post on social media, you're probably going to be criticized or critiqued on how well your relationships are with actual people. So it kind of it makes sense to go that route. So
yeah, I mean, it's not. I never thought of it as a route. It's just just be nice to the people you work with.
So what about you, Bryan? What's going on in your world? Oh, hold on, my bad. Winston. Hey, first of all, Winston, I want to say, hopefully everything goes well. And I would always wish, I'd always wish people to improve and continue on to grow, especially in their field. Always be an improvement, guys. You're always going to be a motivation for me and everybody else that listens to us, and knows you. So I hope everything goes well. And like I said, hopefully, this time next year, maybe you could pay for the Spreaker app.
Yes.
But anyway, what about you, Bryan?
Not much. Just getting ready for the Independence Day festivities. Just chilling, man. It's summer, bro.
So where you at right now?
I'm in Philly.
What are you doing in Philly?
I'm just here, bro. I live here. Why you asking me that? You know that, man.
I mean, you got to think, people are not listeners.
So what?
Know, like, what moved you from Jackson, Mississippi to Philadelphia? Like, you got to fill in the gaps, huh? Come on now. I mean, you don't have to provide a lot of details. Just be like, so nothing happened. He just magically popped up in Philly. All right, next topic. So,
hey, speaking of Philly, yeah, man. Send my daughter up that way. So she, we talked about before. She is a Questbridge scholar, so she got a scholarship to go to Haverford College up there. So yeah, Saturday was the initial run, 5 weeks up there, and then in August I'll probably be like crying like a little bitch. So yeah.
No, you're not. You're gonna be crying like a man.
You guys been to Philly before?
I've never been to Philly.
When you planning on coming to visit?
We'll be driving up there August 26th. Me and the twins. We're gonna meet Zakia up there.
Yeah, it's pretty nice over here, man. But it's got its bad areas too, man.
Oh yeah, every city.
Yeah.
Even when I lived in Raleigh, which is, out in the country, even they got parts of town. I'm like, I'm not fucking with I'm not going over that motherfucker.
But mostly where the universities are, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah, I think we looked at where Haverford College is, and it's like a 10, 15 miles west of city center, I think it was.
Yeah. So she said she's like 20 minutes away from Villanova.
Yeah. So, but anyhow, like I was telling Winston the other day is, you know, I know you're in Philly now, and I know you and your spouse are there now, and your fiance, you know, and being so far away from family or whatnot, sometimes, you know, it always helps out if you have somebody that's local that can help out or whatnot. But if she ever needs anything, you know, kind of reach out, or she ever reaches out just to, like, the immediacy of it, you know, see if you could help her out with anything. You know, that's just friends taking care of friends, you know, so.
If she's on campus, though, it should be nice, man. I'm sure that area is like just a, you know, like a little college area. So
yeah, for the most part it is. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it, but you know, it's just always good to have somebody close, especially when you're far away.
But Philly's really nice, though. You know, especially, you know, if you got time to be out here exploring, you know. It's really nice, man. They got a lot of things you can get into. Can never really say there's nothing going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, my time that I went up there, I went for a soccer game, but I was able to enjoy what at least Bryan was saying, the city center, and you know, I did, because I'm visiting. I got a different presentation of Philadelphia, just like anywhere else. Like, where if you live somewhere else, you're gonna see a different side of it. You know what I mean? Versus when you're just visiting a place, you're just gonna see the high points. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's all right. I mean, I wouldn't want to go there and live there, just because I think I've already grown out of the big city living type of shit. It doesn't really matter to me. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, like, hopefully everything goes well with your daughter. I know she's going to kick ass. Those 4 years or 8 years, are going to go by really fast. So,
yeah.
And then, you know, hopefully we'll still be podcasting.
Yeah. Old man podcasting. So I got twins, and then there's a little break, and then we got Grant and Ellis. So
a little break.
Just a little break, dog. Just you know, just 15-year break. It'll be all right.
I'm thinking a little break, like 2-3 years. You got a whole decade and a half.
But no, she'll be fine. But yeah, just like you said, the checking up, and then also, I don't know if we talked about that. Ahmad, my oldest son, so he got a basketball scholarship to finish off his last 2 years of college up at Robert Morris University in Chicago.
That'll be cool. I'll be following him, man.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you know, he's a good kid. He's a good kid.
So if you listen, so you're listening, or if you want to follow him, just make sure you put Robert Morris University Chicago, because there's a Robert Morris University Springfield and Peoria. So make sure you go to the one that's Chicago.
Oh, okay. So they got different campuses. Are they still associated with each other? Or did they just have...
it's kind of like that same thing of like University of Missouri, KC, University of Missouri, Columbia, University of Missouri, S&T, and Rolla. So I think they're all part of the same network. They're just different locations,
different mascots, type of shit.
I think they should have different mascots. Yeah. So his will be Robert Morris University, and they are the Eagles.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So. I guess, you know, we did sports, we did personal life. I guess we'll just get going on this current event with news stuff. So what's been bothering you with the news stuff lately?
I don't know, dog. Like I said, go ahead, Bryan.
Oh, I didn't say none.
Oh, was that your computer, Frank? Or that somebody was saying something?
You just broke up. That was your computer. That was your Mac, your Windows.
My Windows? I ain't playing nothing, bro.
That was your Windows.
Okay, that's you, nigga. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know, man. Like some of this shit, like you just gotta really check out, and then just like put it down, dog. Cause like, yeah, we just going to shit. we got a president who ain't about shit. All his followers ain't about shit, and the Democrats for the most part ain't about shit because these motherfuckers can't agree on shit to get this motherfucker out of the White House, bro.
All right, I'm glad you mentioned that because I've been wanting to talk about, and I wanted Jeff on here, and wait until Jeff was on so I could talk about that. And all right, so you guys know, and your listeners know, I went ahead and put myself on the ballot to run for precinct councilman and township clerk, but it turns out that I'm not actually going to be able to run. My name is going to stay on the ballot as of right now, but even if I am elected, I am not going to be able to. I would have to resign and not take the post because of the Hatch Act. And because I work on the executive branch, it pertains to me. Right now, I'm still in discussion with our special office. It's like Office of Special Counsel to see if they're gonna allow me to. If there's any like way that I could go. Because even though it's a party affiliation, that's what that partisan, nonpartisan is where the Hatch Act really plays a part. But it really fucking discouraged me because I have the ability to do this and I have the time now, and it's not like something that's a position that is gonna take me like, you know, out of work during the daytime. It's just gonna be like on my own time and after hours and on the weekends, if that. But it just really discouraging, man. Like, you know, who else? No one else is really able to do this where I live at. So it's kind of like it'll just be a vacated seat, or like the one that I'm running that is a partisan seat. The Republican's going to get it regardless. So that Republican is going to automatically go into the fucking seat and influence whatever the fuck they have to influence, which is fucking bullshit. And then the other day, I went to the Shawnee County Democratic's meeting, which is fine. I wanted to be introduced. I want to be involved in the Democratic Party locally where I'm at or whatnot. And to my dismay, the Democratic Party, I know you say this all the time, but the Democratic Party, it's not in a good place. We are not in a good place at all. They are still toting around fucking, what's her name? Jill Stein. They're still talking about her. They're still talking about Bernie Sanders. And I'm like, but these guys they're Green Party folks. Yeah, they're masking on the Democratic, but they're not. And then, and I'm like, and for some reason, like the Democratic Party, they're so fixated on name recognition and can this person who can raise the most funds, and that's who basically we're going to pull all our support to. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I get it. That's the political game. I get it. But it was just real disheartening when I went in there, man. I was like, there's no enthusiasm. There's no... I don't know. I didn't feel good about going there, if that makes any sense. I didn't feel confident. You know, and I joked with you on the messenger, Winston and Jeff, that I almost want to fucking be an incognito Republican so that I can push the Democratic agenda on the Democratic side. And it's
hey, Frank, when they talked about Jill Stein, did you ask them, hey, so what happened to that recount money?
I wanted to, but I was all the way in the back, so...
Yeah, no. She raised more than $7 million, dog. $7 million. 2 years later, no recount. And the last FEC filing states that account is now down to $932,178,000.
So that's $6 million missing, unaccounted for.
But this is the woman they want, right? This is the woman they want.
But Jill Stein's also on with Russian oligarchs. She's embedded with the Russian oligarchs. That shit came out like several months ago. So
I think she was a plant. She was a plant to take the vote.
Take the votes away from Hillary.
Hillary.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm right here with you. I'm right there with you. But anyway, it was just so discouraging. It's like my vote does matter, does count, but at the same time, it's like you guys are like, and I get it. I'm in a red state, and it's an uphill battle already, but it just didn't feel like. I don't know. I didn't feel that energy though. It was like, and I am going to go to so there's a governor race that's coming up. I am gonna go to the debate of all the governors that are coming aboard or whatnot, and they are, and so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go to the debate. It's July 5th, and I'm gonna pose the question. That why are we? So what's the position on the Democratic Party? Because, like I said, I'm more middle of the road Democrat because there's certain things. I still like guns and all that shit. I just feel like they need to be regulated a little bit more. So there's that middle aspect of it. But I even asked one of the lieutenant governors that's running for governor race in Kansas. I even asked him a question. Like, I understand that you're focused on Wyandotte, Johnson County, Douglas County, Shawnee County, and Sedgwick County to win, because you'll probably win the Democratic votes there. But what are you doing for Western Kansas? I mean, we have the Greyhound Hall of Fame here in Kansas, but yet we have no racetracks to run these dogs in. So we're sending them to other states, and other states are benefiting or reaping the benefits off of those revenues. And he was like, oh, well, marijuana, we're thinking about legalizing it. I'm like, that's not my question. I like you just, and I was upfront with him. I was like, you're not answering my question. Oh, well, marijuana is going to be a good agricultural base. I'm like, yeah, but you're still not answering my question. And I just let it be. And I was like, whatever.
Why are they trying to win back these either racist or racist sympathizers who voted for Trump, dog? That's my big problem with the Democrat Party right now. Is this kowtowing, or how you say that shit, just bowing down and saying we got to suck the dick of these motherfuckers who voted this nigga into office, bro. That's where I stand right now, man. That's why it's like, and I'm gonna vote Democrat. I'm whoever's up there. Nigga, like somebody said on Twitter today, you could have a cutout of LeBron James, nigga, running. I'm gonna vote for that, bro. If it's between the cardboard cutout of LeBron James or fucking President Trump, I'm voting for a cardboard cutout.
Yeah, no, but like, I mean, I don't know. I just didn't come out of that meeting. I went in with a lot of energy, but I came out real discouraged and bummed out. And that goes to the conversation we were having of like, with my boy Royce of like, who does the Democratic Party, who do they have? Who do we have? And
you looked it up, and I broke each one down to you.
Yeah, and as far as like, I mean, I try to be optimistic about shit, but the reality is that we don't have anyone. We don't have anyone, even going off of their own reasonings. We don't have anybody that can raise money, and we don't have anybody that has a name that can be elected. Though we don't,
right? Because they're unlike, the Republicans, they had 80,000 motherfuckers running the primaries in 2016, but once that motherfucker Trump came out as the Republican candidate, dog, they got lock and step. Never mind that all this Russia shit's going on. Yeah. Never mind his racist policies. Never mind his past. Never mind and I'm not trying to shame Melania, whatever the fuck her name is. We won't get into that. But let Michelle Obama got some half naked photos where she was a model, back in the day. Never mind all this shit. Never mind.
She had arms out and they fucking crucified her.
Never mind all that shit, though. The thing is, right or wrong, when it's time to vote, when it's time to have a talking point, when it's time to be on topic, those motherfuckers are so masterful at it, bro. So masterful at it. With the Democratic Party, here we got a guy who don't even want to be a Democrat. He just wants he just wants the power of the party, and y'all so busy sucking his dick, and y'all so busy kissing Jill Stein's ass that the person who's actually been a lifelong Democrat, who was the head of our party, y'all shamed her, and here we are.
Yeah, and even Pelosi distanced herself, and Schumer distanced themselves. That's fucking bullshit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, and say what. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, my bad. You know, I was real happy and excited about, doing something for my community and also as my party or whatnot affiliation. But here lately, though, even Jamie noticed it too, man. I was just really discouraged about that shit, man. I'm like, I mean, granted, okay, I'm not gonna be able to be on the ballot, this and that, run or whatever, but I still want to be part of the fucking push, the Democratic push to change people's mindsets and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can still do this. Like, don't be afraid to vote Democrat. You're benefiting from our policies. But at the same time, it's like, yo, when I can't get behind you when you're still pushing for Bernie Sanders and you're still pushing for Jill Stein, when we already know that they were implanted to take away votes from the fucking Democratic candidate.
I don't know about. I can't go full on board and say Bernie was a plant, saying he's been there for so long. But if you think.
But they didn't come out. They didn't come out to support her. They didn't come out to support her after they conceded the primaries. None of them came out and said like, "Yo, everybody, get on board with Hillary."
Well, I'll say to Bernie's thing. Well, he felt he got cheated. Blah blah blah. Whatever the fuck, all that other bullshit. And my thing for him is, you might be in your feelings, but like you're saying though, you need to get on board because. Even he has gone as far as to sometimes say, well, Trump this, and that.
Right.
And not even shit on him. He should have got lock and step, bro. Like, you lost. Now it's time for the party to form up. He should have been out there campaigning like a motherfucker for Hillary, dog.
Right.
And if you feel you got cheated, talk about that shit behind closed. That's like what we say all the time, dog. That's family business, bro. Yeah. That's family business. We don't air the family laundry out in public.
Right.
But the thing is, that nigga's not a goddamn Democrat. So why the fuck would he care?
Yeah, and look, we criticize what's his name? Ryan, the Speaker of the House or whatever. And the reality is
Ryan, Ted Cruz, and Trump. Come on, dog. But this nigga Trump talked about this nigga's mama.
Yeah, but the reality is that Ryan, it's like, yo, I mean, he even on an interview, he was like, it's easier for me to have conversations with the president than it is to go against him. And I was like, what?
But you see though, he didn't start talking that shit until after the election, bro.
Well, and even then, he didn't start talking that shit. Who was talking about Ryan?
Yeah. No. When it was time to go vote and all that shit, niggas got in line. Now he's talking shit now.
Well, he's talking a little bit of shit. He's not talking about it because he's still.
But I'm saying compared to what he was doing during the actual election, once Trump became the candidate, niggas got locked in step, shut the fuck up. Now he's talking shit. Yeah. Now he's talking shit.
Yeah. So. We'll see what happens. Like, I mean, I don't know. We're not in a good place. We're not in a good place right now, and as
a country, no, we're not in a good place.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, for those people that really, really sold themselves on this meeting in Singapore with North Korea, them niggas did not destroy anything.
Dog, there's rumors that they are still upgrading shit, bro.
There's not rumors. There are reports already
Well, to me, reports, rumors, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because even what's his name, Michael Bolton or whatever, the Bolton, that old ass man, that
Yosemite Sam looking motherfucker.
That he's the reason why we went to war with Hussein or whatever and stayed in war with that nigga.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. He was the chief of staff for Bush during the younger Bush. Yep, he supported that shit.
He supported. No, the reason we were sold on a lie of a black man who was hung out to dry about a report of some goddamn yellow cake.
Yeah, but everybody knows. Everybody in DC knows that it was that Bolton cat.
No. I'm saying no. I agree. Bolton wanted it. That whole axis of evil, this, that, and that. But the shit was sold on a lie by a highly respected general.
Yeah.
General Powell, who went out there, hung out to dry, and told a lie to a country for a party who wouldn't ever vote for his black ass.
Yeah. But yeah, like that's the shit right now going on, and even then, like they wouldn't like the White House is not it's not acknowledging the fact that those reports coming out of North Korea that they're like upping their nuclear weapon. Yeah, they might have destroyed. I forgot who we talked to. But they might have destroyed that one nuclear site, you know what I'm saying? Because shit exploded there. That's the reason why they were destroying it.
So you said Bolton was his what?
What? Bolton, what's his first name?
Is it Michael?
I thought for some reason it's like Michael Bolton. It's like, yeah, he does look like Yosemite Sanders or whatever the fuck.
You said he was his what?
He wants us to go to war, bro.
No. You said he was he
because I think wasn't he the chief of staff for Bush, the younger Bush or whatnot.
I'm trying to look it up, bro. You go ahead, keep talking now.
Yeah, but anyhow, so
I forgot some of these niggas.
So yeah, like he's coming. So like he's now the Secretary of State or some shit like that. I gotta figure. I got shit already like saved and everything, but not like. Yeah, that's just crazy though. What they're trying to do, but even then, like they asked Bolton's like, "Yo, I thought you guys were gonna denuclearize North Korea," but he didn't even acknowledge the.
No, 2006. It was Joshua Bolton.
Hold on.
Yeah. Because Andrew, Chief of Staff, George Andrew Bush, 2000-2009. I'm just looking, bro. Yeah, it was Joshua Bolton, but yeah.
Okay, let's see. John Bolton. That's his name, John Bolton. All right, he said like White House National Secretary Advisor John Bolton.
He was an advisor. He was an advisor. There
right,
you
he's
go.
always
you said Chief of Staff. I was like, hold on, nigga.
Yeah,
I don't remember that.
I stand correct. But even now, he's still the National Security Advisor for the Trump administration. He says John Bolton offered up new details on Sunday about the path toward nuclear disarmament of North Korea and addressed a recent Washington report suggesting that the country plans to deceive the United States about its nuclear stockpile. Come on, bro.
Yeah, National Security Advisor. That shit.
Yeah. So he says we have developed a program, and that plan is not public. I am sure that Secretary of State Mike Pompeo will be discussing with North Koreans in the near future, about the reality of how to dismantle the weapons. But even then, like you already know, North Korea is not gonna fucking let go of their gun. It's kind of like, I mean, you listen to Three Guys On, right? And you listen to Randolph Terrence.
Right.
You're going to come into me and tell me the only reason why I have a seat in front of you right now is because I have this big-ass gun, just to simplify. Now you want to get rid of this big-ass gun and then continue political democratic conversations with you. Hell no.
It ain't even that deep, bro. The thing is, Barack Obama went in there, had a detailed plan, 100 and some odd pages of the sanctions and how if these motherfuckers wanted to come and have a seat at the table. And remember this, Barack Obama wanted to sit down and talk to this man, but Congress would not allow it.
Yes.
So let's never forget that. Let's never forget that part of it. He had detailed.
Their public opinion didn't want him to have
that too. But this motherfucker basically signed a fucking napkin, basically saying we will disarm, and everybody sucking this nigga's dick, talking about he should get the Nobel Peace Prize, bro. It's like, dog. Oh my God, dog.
But like,
it's fucking amazing.
But even if you look at the picture, just looking at the picture, I'm sharing it right here on CNN. Like the picture that of him, of President Trump and dictator, whatever the fuck his name is, they're shaking hands, and President Trump has something in his hands, and the North Korean Kim Jong-un, whatever the fuck his name is, he doesn't have anything in his hands. Like, bro, we gave him we legitimized him. We gave him a seat in the world, and then now, what the fuck did we get? Nothing. The U.S. got nothing.
We got what we deserve, dog.
And then now
orange face, fat face motherfucker, bro.
And then now Tang is supposed to meet with fucking Putin at the beginning of July in a couple of days here. To do what? To do what exactly? You know what I mean? You're already fucking shitting on the economy.
To get his talking orders, bro. What do you mean to get what? You know what he here to get?
Right, but that's what they're saying, that John Bolton does not want. Well, okay, hold on. Let me reframe back. People are saying that John Bolton should not allow a private meeting between the president and Putin. He should not allow that. But we know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, it's like, what the fuck? I'm frustrated as fuck. Period. Like, we are fucked. Burn this shit down. Fuck it. But at the same time, it's like,
kick this ball into the sun, dog.
Like, you know, there's two things. So Tang, the business person that he is, even though he has failed fucking business wise multiple times and filed for bankruptcy more than 5 times, people want him to bring jobs back. I already spoke about the tax cuts when this shit first happened. It may look good on the surface, but this shit ain't to benefit you at all. And you already see that, you know, once it touches home, it's gonna be fucking real for these people, man. This past year, me and my wife, we had to pay into our taxes. And next year, thankfully for our accountant, tax accountant, he's like, yo, this is what you need to do to prepare yourself for next year, because if you go next year, you're going to end up paying a hell of a lot of more money. And I was like, fuck. This dude is taxing the middle class way more than what he's taxing anybody else. So that tax reduction that everybody got, that top 10% or 1% got, guess who's paying for it? The middle class. Second.
Yeah. Well, you can't tax the poor. They have no money.
Right.
You don't want to tax the rich because they'll fucking not vote for you next year.
All these people that got that $1,000 on their bonuses or on their paychecks, guess what?
Chump change.
American Airline and all of them, they did that. AT&T did that, and AT&T, even Tang blocked their merger, but it finally went through. But even then, they're already starting to impose higher fees for everybody else. And then you got the farmers, which is like, you know, diehard fucking Trump country farmers. And that. Guess what? Fucking Mexico fucking bought $15 million worth of soybean from the United States. Okay, 50, and that's not just from one fucking farmer, but that's spread across the country. From soybean. Guess where Mexico took that contract to? They took that contract to fucking Argentina three months ago. And it kicks in at harvest time. So these farmers that voted for Trump and thought that there was going to be good things and this and that, guess what? You're going to be out of $15 billion this year. All right, because Mexico just signed, I think, like a 10, 15-year deal with Argentina. So who the fuck are you gonna sell to? You're not gonna sell to China because we're caught up in a trade war to them. So where the fuck are you gonna sell it to? You're not gonna sell it to the Canadians because the Canadians don't need it. So what? Where the fuck are they gonna go? Do you think the government in Trump's administration is gonna come down with a federal mandate to subsidize your soybean crops? Hell no. So, I mean, like I said, it's coming. People warned him that the election matters. Who you vote for matters. Legislation matters. And it's going to hit everybody's pockets. It's going to hit everybody's pocket. You already see that they got rid of fucking the medical plan for everybody. What are you going to fucking do? There's multiple fucking reports out there, financial reports, that everybody in the United States, 3 out of 4 Americans are one medical hospital stay from fucking filing bankruptcy. And I believe that shit. I genuinely fucking believe that shit. Because one fucking hospital stay is gonna run you about anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. I don't have $10,000 right now in our bank.
Nigga, fuck a hospital stay, nigga. Going to the ER will run you about $8,000, depending on what they do.
Yeah, and if they admit you, and once you
get
admitted,
they don't have to admit you, dog. I went, if not for insurance, when I fucking dislocated my finger and went to the fucking emergency room before my insurance, dog, and all they did was take 4 X-rays, had a motherfucker come in there, reset my finger, and that motherfucker's still crooked as shit, and they gave me some motherfucking pain medication. Guess how much it was, bro? No admit, no stay, no admit. I was there for 2 hours. Guess how much it cost?
Wow.
Guess how much it cost?
$3,000.
$5,000 before insurance.
That's ridiculous.
$5,000 to do some shit I almost did on my own, which was reset my finger itself, but I was too sweaty, and I didn't realize I had to bend my finger first to get the bone to relax.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, and luckily they took your insurance.
Oh yeah, luckily,
yeah, because not with Obamacare, if you're a federally funded hospitals or you receive federal funds from a hospital, you had to accept Obamacare just like you do Medicaid. But if you're a private industry that does not accept federal funding, or if you have minimal federal funding, you don't have to accept fucking. They don't have to accept my federal insurance.
This was the age. This was during the age though of Obamacare though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like, if you didn't have that, what the fuck would you have done?
Hey, nigga, they be calling me for $5,000 and I ain't got it.
Right.
that's what we gonna do, and nigga. I'm like, I ain't got it, and when I do get it, y'all won't be the first to get it, because I'm sure my kids need more. My kids needing shoes is more important than me paying you this motherfucking money. Like $5,000 to reset my goddamn finger.
Like, and then the other thing is, like, I get it. Look, everybody thinks that Trump is still doing a good job, this and that, whatever the fuck. But
well, no, his fan base does. But these motherfuckers, but it's the same thing a lot of Democrats do too. Whereas they just listen to Fox News. You see a lot of Democrats, they get their confirmation bias the same way, and it's just they don't want to hear that he's not doing a good job, because they voted for him, and anything is better than the Clinton, and everything is better than the fucking black man in the White House again.
Right, and I don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest, but something's got to give, man. I think that Mueller investigation is coming down. It's getting really, really closer to Trump and his family. And you already see the New York district attorney, they're already suing the Trump Foundation and shit. They're trying to get...
Right.
We had that old saying, if it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, bro, 9 out of 10 times it's going to be a fucking duck. So
it's a fucking duck. It's a duck.
And the same thing here is, if you're crooked, you got shit to hide. And you know what, though? But I'm going to be here for everybody else that stood behind him, though. I'm going to be here for everybody that stood behind him.
Don't let people forget because they're gonna try, bro. They're gonna try to be like, no. Well, you see what happened and Hillary Clinton, this, and that, and it's gonna be like, no, you voted for a fucking racist.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry. You voted for a racist, you voted for someone who is not a very good businessman, but runs on being a good businessman. You run on and on top of that, even if he was a good businessman, there's a lot to be said about a country of people with ideals who don't all agree, and you running a country like a business. There's a lot to be said that may not even be a good idea, even if you are a good businessman.
Right.
So there's a lot to be said about the bullshit that people, I don't even want to say buy into. I think a black person, a person of color being in the White House just woke up a lot of racist sentiment that's always been there. So I know people try to Barack Obama is the one that caused this divide. No, it just awakened a sleeping giant that's always been there, which is this racism, this racist ideology that this country's built upon that got buried after the Civil War, and not so much buried, but there was all this forgiveness and we got to make amends, and what we end up making amends with is just racist ass motherfuckers who were never held accountable for what they did to people of color, and this nation has never never been held accountable as far as this nation never been held accountable for what they did to like Native people in this land, and it's just this sleeping giant that will never ever go away until all these things have been dealt with. That's where it is.
Yeah, and I really wish that we. I mean, part of my optimism is to try to find the light, but like it's been the last year and a half, man. It's hard to find it, bro. It's really hard. It's just like, what the fuck is it gonna take for people to realize what the fuck just happened, or what is happening? What is it gonna take? You know what I'm saying? Like, even with this immigration shit that's been happening, with people being, families being torn apart, is like, yo, it's just one thing I didn't realize was that these people actually are showing themselves at ports of entry. It's not like they're crossing the river and they're being found in the desert or whatever the fuck. They're coming to actual places where there's border patrol and they're presenting themselves.
Some of them are, like we discussed, though, you can't request asylum outside of the country.
Right. Yeah, of course you can't.
You can't. So you have to break a law and then request asylum. So what's been happening is, and people, Barack Obama, the Bushes, and blah, 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 the Clinton, yes, there's always been this federal law that says, you found here illegally, this, and that. But if you're filing for asylum, you've usually been given up to a year, I believe, to go through that process. Yeah. And like we talked about before, I mean, it's either you stay in your country where you fear for your life, your family's life, you come to the border, hang outside the border, and declare refugee status, or you break the law and try to get into the United States and declare asylum.
Well, no, that's what. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Is try to clarify. Is that's how I thought the shit was happening. But what's happening now is these people are coming into the border patrol at ports of entries, and they're asking for asylum. But at the moment that they ask for asylum, and you're right, they're quote unquote inside a federal building already, so they already crossed into U.S. soil or whatever the fuck. They're immediately being arrested. So it's like, what the fuck? So you want, they're doing it the way the government has, or this administration has asked them to do it, right?
Yeah. But or they're just being denied entry into the country if the border patrol, the people who are there to maintain the border, feel that they're gonna come in and try to request asylum. And never be mistaken that these policies, these tactics, even though it should go for all people, no matter what race or color, they're specifically attacking and being used against people of color, Haitians, for a large amount of these people who are being we're not being seen in the news, but are being affected, and also Mexicans, Hispanic people who are trying to cross the border also are being affected at a larger percentage than I think any other population that is trying to come into the United States, whether it be legally through a visa, your visa expires, then you request asylum, or illegally.
Right. And
but hey, man, I know we talked about it, but I gotta get out of here.
No, that's fine. We can cut this short.
Yeah.
But hey, anyway, I'm back. I'm probably gonna still be back.
Yep.
This Nicaraguan podcast, and
hey, thanks again, y'all. Thanks again, Bryan, for coming through. Appreciate it, man. Nicaraguan podcast, I-70 Connect, all that good stuff. Hope y'all enjoyed the interview. Hope y'all enjoyed the episode. Sorry for all the LeBron talk in the beginning, but men got to do what men got to do. We got to talk about that shit. So once again, thank y'all. Thanks again, Frank. Welcome back, bro. Get you off the bench, get you back into the starting rotation.
Getting my reps up right now. Getting my reps up.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right, enjoy the music, y'all.
Enjoy the music, y'all. Nicaraguan, we out.